once you actually give hope to people, then people are actually able to do almost anything that they desire to do. And therefore I'm saying that SEDA is not just giving education to those young people, but it's saying to them, the sky is the limit. Anything that you want to achieve can actually be achieved.
As South Africa's become more integrated into the global economy, you need people who are skilled. And now SEDA becomes a beacon of hope because we are providing skills for these people, for our young people to go into the workplace, back to the communities to assist. So that hope it's a reality. It's not some abstract notion. We are actually doing it. We are providing hope, and we're making sure that we can give back to South Africa as well. SEDA is I think it's actually South Africa's first virtually free university. And so the whole mission and vision is to allow students who come from the previous disadvantaged background an opportunity to get a degree and to generally have a better life for themselves and obviously their family and their local communities as well.
If we look across South Africa, we have 33,000 schools in this country. Then we've got 21 higher education institutions, which are enormously expensive and so on. So you're going from, I think it's 8,000 or 11,000 secondary schools into these 21 institutions of higher learning. Naturally, the vast majority of people, 87% of people, do not go on and study further. So we wanted to find a low-cost, sustainable way of getting the poorest of the poor off the streets, particularly from rural areas, and into South Africa's economy, and also to have the skills so that they could build up their own institutions.
I think the results are in the numbers of students that come out of here and what they do with their lives. In the past 10, 12 years, I've seen it really from nearly stage 1 to actually saying there are 2,500 graduates who are out there in the workplace.
Imagine I came here alone, not knowing where I was going. It was difficult even to find SEDA because at that time SEDA was not known that much. And I can see it right now that my life is going somewhere. Because I've got a degree, I've got something to fall back on, so there's hope for me that whatever I want, I set myself my mind to, it will work out.
Most of the students come from the rural areas. They have not been exposed to city life. They have not been exposed to technology. So at the foundation here, that is where we are giving them an introduction to all sorts of things that they have not had an opportunity to have in their life. And what they learn here, they go back and plow back into their communities so as to make those little ones in their respective communities to understand and also have a better life.
The most important thing which I learned at SEDA is that you have to plow back to the community. Everything you learned at SEDA, you have to take it back and teach the community back home.
Katleho is one of the students who came to us from Lesotho and did extremely well. Joined our first master's program. It's called the Masters of Management in Social and Economic Transformation. It's something that we've set up with the Kellogg Foundation called GSALT, which is the Global School for African Leadership and Transformation. He is a member of local government in a rural protectorate in Lesotho, and then he's also started his own development initiatives. And that's exactly the kind of spirit that we're embedding in all of our students. There's this concept that's very well known of Ubuntu in South Africa, and Ubuntu is really about caring for other human beings, and it's what you give to other people that builds your own life. It's not what you take. And deeply intrinsic in our model is to build an African university where the principle of Ubuntu, where everybody gives, everybody's supporting the community, and everybody goes back to teach and give back to their community. And it's great to see somebody like Katleho, like huge numbers of our students, ultimately reaching hundreds of thousands of people in our communities because we've really re-enlivened that principle within them, which is natural and intrinsic in Africa.
So my intention here is to produce students who can go to the university and immediately after graduation come back and to work here as to develop this area.
The students have a fantastic attitude. There's a real determination to succeed, and I think CEDA instills in them the sense of, which I have seen in many of the students, a sense of we can do it, we can make it, and we can make a success of our lives, and the sense of hope and the sense of possibility, which is fantastic. You know, they don't leave depressed. They leave excited about the possibilities.
I feel so proud that indeed we are doing something so significant in the lives of those individuals, but also in the lives of those communities that are out there.
We're in a situation where we're trying to transform our economy, and so if CEDA can be a vehicle for that skills development, obviously then we're contributing to South Africa's growth and the future of the country. But I also think that it's important for our students to recognize that for them to become natural leaders, they need to go back to their communities to get an understanding of what their communities need.
We should be showing people the value in our young people, the value in our infrastructure, the value potentially in what we can create as an economy. And that's always what CEDA set out to do, is when everybody's running this way and saying there's no hope, we're running this way and we're saying there is hope and we're going to prove it and we can change the situation. If we can't do it for everybody today, we can do it for enough people to say that it is possible. And if we can do it, then other people can also do it.
It doesn't necessarily have to be quite a number of people. As long as you change someone's life, you've done great.